Hi everyone! When the day gets this hot, the freezer needs to stop being storage and start being the solution. Let's go! Time for a quick and easy dessert that will cool you down perfectly. Starting with coconut flakes. 75 grams going straight into our mixing bowl. Next comes half a cup of yogurt, adding that creamy tang that balances out all the sweetness we are about to add. Now for the star ingredient, 1 full cup of coconut milk. This is what gives us that rich, tropical flavor that makes this ice cream special. A splash of vanilla extract for depth, and we are sweetening it up with a bit of honey instead of regular sugar. It keeps everything smooth and creamy when frozen. Plus, honey adds this subtle floral note that pairs beautifully with coconut, making the whole thing taste more complex than just sweet. Whisk everything together until it's well combined. Now here's the key. Let this mixture sit for a few minutes. Those coconut flakes need time to absorb the liquid and soften up. Once the flakes have plumped up, we are pouring this into ice cream molds. I've got these fun ones where I can insert wooden sticks to make proper popsicles. Now into the freezer they go, about 4 hours, and they'll be perfectly set. Now for the finishing touch that makes this look and taste professional. Taking some extra coconut flakes to roll each ice cream in. But here's the trick. Let your ice cream warm up just slightly before rolling. When it's barely softened on the surface, those coconut flakes will stick beautifully instead of just falling off. And that's it! Homemade Raffaello ice cream that tastes like vacation in every bite. This is pure summer bliss. Creamy, tropical, and naturally refreshing. Perfect for those hot days when you want something cool and satisfying without all the artificial stuff from store-bought ice cream. Enjoy! Next up, we are blending something cold, creamy and ridiculously good. Start with 1 ripe banana. Peel it, slowly, dramatically if you like, and drop it straight into the blender. Now add 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Besides the nutty flavor, it helps give our mix a rich, velvety texture once frozen. And honestly, I'm holding back from just eating it off the spoon right now. Next, spoon in 75 grams of yogurt and pour in a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. That extra fat keeps the texture smooth and scoopable, not icy. This combo really brings that creamy body, the kind that doesn't freeze rock solid. Also add a splash of vanilla extract for aroma and roundness. It already smells like dessert and we haven't even hit the freezer yet. Close the blender and blitz until smooth. It should look creamy and pourable, like a thick milkshake that's not quite ready yet. Now grab your popsicle molds. I'm using the kind with sticks, and fill them with the mixture. Try to resist the urge to sample it right now. Or don't, I wouldn't judge. Then freeze for at least 4 hours until completely firm. Once frozen, it's time for the chocolate shell. Break up a chocolate bar and place it into a cup or tall container. You want something deep enough for dipping, this is where it gets fun. Then add a handful of chopped peanuts on top. Melt it all in the microwave. Quick bursts work best, until the chocolate is soft and mixable. It doesn't need to be piping hot, just warm enough to mix easily. Give it a stir until smooth and glossy. Now grab your frozen pops and dip them into the chocolate peanut glaze. Because they're ice cold, the glaze sets instantly and forms that perfect crunchy shell. Let them rest on a rack for a few minutes to finish setting. And that's it! Frozen, nutty, creamy and coated in chocolate. A perfect summer treat. And yes, it was very good. Now for the one that tastes like summer first and cream second. Start with 340 grams of strawberries. Real fruit flavor, not just sugar and cold air. Spread them out before freezing. If they go in as a pile, they come back as one stubborn strawberry block. A little space keeps them blender ready. And chill the mixing bowl too. Cold cream behaves better when everything around it is cold. Once the strawberries are frozen, they go straight into the blender. And now you see why the spacing mattered. They lift off as loose pieces, not one frozen brick. Lid on and let the blender do the rough work. When you're done blending, it looks more like sorbet than ice cream. And that's exactly the point. We want real strawberry flavor before the ice cream arrives. Now bring in 480 ml of cold heavy cream and whip it until it holds stiff peaks. Not just foamy, but thick enough to keep its shape. That gives the base its soft, creamy body. Next, 400 grams of sweetened condensed milk. It brings sweetness and dairy richness without cooking a custard. Then the frozen strawberry puree goes in, turning the cream into one pale pink base. Now bring it together slowly. Mix on low until everything is even. Once the color looks consistent, stop. That's how the base stays light instead of dense. Now into the mold. The base is thick, so it needs a little persuasion. That's a good sign. Too thin and the pops freeze icy. This texture means cream, fruit and condensed milk are all doing their jobs. It just needs a little help getting into place. Now level it out, send it back to the freezer and give it at least 6 hours. After 6 hours, the test is simple. If the mold lets go cleanly, the texture has set, and you can see the payoff right away. Now we can call it properly. Homemade strawberry ice cream on a stick. Pale pink, creamy all the way through, with little strawberry specks from real fruit. Cold, creamy, and suddenly the heat feels much less personal. To begin the next recipe, we are going to slice 3 apples and toss them in a blender. No need to peel them for this recipe, the skin adds extra flavor and nutrients. Cut out those cores and chop the rest into blender-friendly chunks. Think bite-sized pieces that'll make your blender happy. Sprinkle in 2 teaspoons of apple pie spice and drizzle a 1/4 cup of honey. Now add a cup of coconut cream. It's like giving your apples a tropical vacation. Now blend all the ingredients until you achieve a smooth, creamy consistency. This should take about 30 seconds to 1 minute, depending on your blender's power. Pour this concoction into ice cream molds and let it chill in the freezer. While that's firming up, let's play with some dark chocolate, melted using a double boiler. Fancy talk for a bowl over hot water. Once your apple pops are frozen solid, give them a dip in the melted chocolate. It's like a tuxedo for your dessert. Then, back into the freezer they go for a final chill. And there you have it, apple ice cream, a sophisticated treat that'll impress at your next barbecue or game night. Who said fruit was boring? Enjoy! Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please share it on your social media.